Algebra 2A, here is another lesson on 2.5. It should be a nice short one here for you. Today we're going to look over how do you create equations aligned through certain points. So we're just going to go through some examples here. Basically, we're going to look at three different types for today, okay? Type 1 is if you're given the slope and the y-intercept. So I just want you to remember, slope we always call m. Y-intercept is b, and we're always plugging things into y equals mx plus b, okay? So our first type here is pretty easy. I'm giving you the slope. I'm telling you what it is. That's m, and I'm giving you the y-intercept. I'm telling you what that is. And basically, we're just going to pop it on into our equation. So our slope, our m, is -3/2. And the y-intercept, our b, is 1, and we're just going to plop those right on in to the equation. So I'm going to highlight what everything is here. M is going to be pink, and it's -3/2. And here's your equation. Pretty easy peasy. Y is equal to -3/2 x plus 1. Oh boy, that was almost too easy. So that's the equation. That's the answer. Done. Y equals -3/2 x plus 1. So with something a little different, like number 2 here, now our slope is 0, so m equals 0. Y-intercept is 4. All right, well, where do we plug things in? So we're going to plug it in. Y is equal to 0x plus 4. And think about, well, 0x this is just going to cancel. So we have y is equal to 4. Now, just something to be aware of. What type of line is that? What type of line? I hope you remember that is a horizontal line. Okay, remember that there. And please have that written down. Okay, type 2. Type 2 is now I'm giving you a point and I'm giving you a slope. So this type's a little different. With this, you need to write down that you have y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, that is point slope form. Okay, type 2, you're using point slope form. And that is what this particular equation is. Now, the y1 and the x1, those are coming from the point that I give you. So I recommend writing them, kind of like when we did slope. The slope, again, is m. So please, write those things down if you're not sure. Okay? It's going to be important when we practice these. From here, you're going to substitute things in. So it's just going to look like y. We keep this y the same. Minus y1 is 1. Equals m, our slope is just 1. And then x minus x1, which is -3. I'm going to highlight things here just so we get the idea. Pink is our slope. That's that one. X1 is -3, and then Y1 is that one there. From here, you need to just use your algebraic skills and simplify. We're going to distribute this number outside. It's not going to throw anything off. One thing you can remember is minus a negative is positive. So I have x plus 3, and on the left, I have y minus 1. Now you need to solve for y. Okay, so that means you want to add or subtract, in this case add the 1 over. So we have y is equal to x plus 4. That is the equation. Okay, so plug everything in, point slope form, and go from there. I'll do another example with you here through point 1, 1 with a slope of -4. This is going to be y minus, let's label everything, x1, y1, slope. So y minus 1, that's this one here, is equal to negative 4, that's our slope, x, and minus 1, okay? Minus that 1 is this one here. All right, from there, distribute. Y minus 1 is equal to negative 4x. Negative times a negative is a positive 4. And then lastly, we need to solve for y. So you're going to add 1 to both sides. So 5, negative 4x, and y. There is your answer. Okay? So that was type 2. So they're getting a little more challenging as we move on here. 1 was easy peasy. 2 was a little more challenging, but still okay. 3 just involves the most work right here. Okay? So type 3, through the given points. Okay? First step is to find the slope. Notice it's not given to you. So you need to do y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And these are your points. So we did a lot of finding slope. You guys were getting pretty good with that. Again, get in the habit of labeling everything. Y2. So our slope, negative 5 minus negative 1 all over negative 2 minus negative 3. So negative 5 minus negative 1 is going to be negative 5 plus 1, which is negative 4. Negative 2 minus negative 3 is negative 2 plus 3, which is 1. Our slope then is negative 4. We found the slope. So you can almost add that up here. M equals negative 4. And next, you're going to use that point slope form. So now it's almost like a problem like number 3 and number 4. You can pick either point to use. I would recommend let's just stick with x1 and y1. But just to show you from here now, it's going to be y minus our negative 1. I'm going to use the same colors here. So negative 1 is this here. Equals m. Well, we found m to be negative 4. X minus x1, negative 3. Okay? So I'm trying to stay consistent with all these colors here. And we'll then begin to simplify. So this is y plus 1 is equal to, distribute, negative 4. So at the time, this is a positive 3. If I distribute that negative 4, oops, I forgot the x. That's negative 12. And last thing, we need to get y all by itself. So I'm going to subtract 1. So the equation is y is equal to negative 4x minus 13. And that is it there. Okay? Number 6. This is our last example. We're going to hold off on these for later. So, aren't you lucky? This is your last example. So again, don't leave just yet. Let's go through. Let's first do what? Find the slope. So m is equal to 1 minus negative 2 all over 0 minus 5. Again, label everything. x2, y2. Okay, so this is 3 over 0 minus 5, negative 5. So that's our m. 3 or negative 3/5. It doesn't matter if you have the negative up top or down below. Next part is to plug it into point slope. So we did part 1, check. Part 2, we are going to plug into point slope. So y minus negative 2, I'm going to focus on this point here, is equal to negative 3/5 x minus 5. Distribute, you should certainly be able to use your calculators. You should have those with you. So it's negative 3/5 x. Negative 3/5 times negative 5 is going to be positive 3. You can do that in your calculator. And then y plus 2. Okay, from there then, solve for y, get it by itself, so you're going to subtract. And you have y is equal to negative 3/5 x, 3 minus 2 plus 1. And that is it. Okay, so great job through those there. Okay, draw us a little smiley face here, right there. That way I know you watched till the very end. Okay, and try out the checkpoint. And great stuff, guys. Nice, easy peasy short notes for you. Good deal.